Streaming 24/7 on the News 8 Plus app. You're watching News 8 Now this weekend.
Good evening and thank you for watching News 8 Now this weekend. I'm Brooklyn Hine. Passengers aboard the hantavirus-hit cruise ship will begin returning to their home countries tomorrow. Experts from the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention are helping to coordinate the return of Americans. Jen Sullivan has details on how health officials plan to safely move them.
Health authorities across the globe are working to safely remove passengers on board a cruise ship that was hit with the hantavirus outbreak. So far, 3 people have died and multiple others are being monitored for symptoms. Passengers have been quarantining in their rooms to prevent further infections.
We all went through an interview process about contacts and our health and how we're feeling. Our temperature was taken.
Dr. Stephen Kornfeld is one of 17 Americans on the cruise ship. There are a total of 147 people from 24 countries on board. The ship is scheduled to anchor off the coast of Tenerife in Spain's Canary Islands Sunday. Each country will provide transportation for its nationals. The Americans will fly aboard a chartered plane to the National Quarantine Unit, a secured facility in Omaha, Nebraska.
It's designed to limit spread of the pathogen that we're monitoring for.
It's the same facility where passengers on board a cruise ship were taken in February of 2020 to be monitored for COVID-19 symptoms weeks before the pandemic was officially declared. But unlike COVID, health officials warn the risk to the public from hantavirus is low.
This is not the start of a COVID pandemic. This is an outbreak that we see on a ship.
The cruise was traveling from Argentina and Antarctica when it notified the World Health Organization on May 2nd that several passengers were severely ill. Hantavirus is typically contracted from rodents, but this outbreak has been linked to a rare strain that in some cases can spread through human contact. Because of this, health officials will use precautions, including masks and protective gear, while removing passengers. I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
The American passengers will be assessed in Nebraska to determine what the next step should be. Some or all may be sent home for about 6 weeks of monitoring, according to the CDC. Now, on another cruise ship, the CDC says more than 100 people have gotten sick in a norovirus outbreak. 102 passengers and 13 crew members were reported sick on the Caribbean Princess, operated by Princess Cruises. The CDC says they have been isolated from the uninfected. The ship left port in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, late last month. It's due back on Monday. A Frontier plane struck and killed a person on the runway during takeoff from Denver International Airport last night. The airport says it can confirm that a pedestrian jumped the perimeter fence and was hit just 2 minutes later while crossing the runway. Passenger John Anthons took this video of those on the aircraft evacuating from the plane on a slide. Audio from Broadcastify captured what one of the pilots said just after the person was struck.
Tower Frontier 4345, we're stopping on the runway. We just hit somebody. We have an engine fire.
We were already taking off and we were going pretty fast, and I felt like the plane started to tilt up when out of nowhere we felt like a thud and heard like an explosion.
All 224 people aboard safely evacuated. 12 people reported minor injuries and 5 were taken to local hospitals. Well, Art, we've had a pretty pleasant start to our weekend.
Fantastic, right? Holding on to it a little bit on the cooler side, but still pretty nice out there. Sunny skies prevail. They'll do it again tomorrow. Right now, 51 degrees in La Crosse. Currently looking at least it feeling like 51 degrees out there. The winds are backing down. They are gusting up to at least 27 miles per hour. They've tapered off. You get right back into Eau Claire. You're looking at 49 degrees for you as well. And we get right back into it. You're going to see temperatures as we get into right now pretty much in the 40s and the low 50s. We're seeing that right now carrying over to the overnight hours. 39 degrees will be our low when you're seeing for the morning going through sunrise. 40s will continue into the 50s, and Eau Claire will follow suit. 34 degrees getting to 39 by the 6 a.m. hour through sunrise. 44 to 51 degrees as you go right through the late morning hours. In fact, we'll see as we get into it, everybody is going to be on the cooler side with the frost possible getting the forecast along I-94.
All right. Well, thank you for that, Art.
Yeah.
Area letter carriers are fighting food insecurity. Today is the National Association of Letter Carriers Stamp Out Hunger Food Drive. Letter carriers are collecting non-perishable food and hygiene items that customers leave in their mailboxes. All donations collected will benefit local food pantries. Viterbo University grads taking the stage today. Families and friends packed the lacrosse center cheering on students as they turned their tassels and closed out their college careers. Nearly 250 undergraduate students are walking the stage, along with more than 100 master's students. Everyone had one thing in agreement: finally graduating felt surreal.
Nervous, but super excited that I made it.
It's definitely a very surreal feeling, like seeing how far we've come. Like, I doubted myself so many times freshman year, and to actually be walking across the stage today is just a very fulfilling and rewarding feeling.
Definitely hasn't hit me yet, but I think once we finish the ceremony, it's going to feel a little overwhelming, but also grateful for my experience at Viterbo.
Wisconsin State Senator Brad Pfaff delivered the commencement address today. Congratulations to all the graduates. Camp Ihawi celebrating a big milestone today, marking 75 years of Girl Scouts community and outdoor adventure. The camp hosting a ribbon cutting for a brand new ropes course designed to build confidence and leadership for the next generation. Families, scouts, and community members filling the camp today for a day of making memories.
You as an adult with your child can come for a weekend and explore it together. If you're not sure of their confidence level of being away from home and it's just something maybe neither of you had that experience, we'd love to have you and do it as a partner.
Organizers say families return to the camp year after year, serving generations in the region. Granny basketball taking over lacrosse this weekend. The Lacrosse Does hosting a multi-state tournament at Logo Middle School. The Does are fresh off a 2-game winning streak and ready to defend their home court. Teams from Wisconsin, Iowa, and Minnesota hit the floor, playing by old school rules with a unique twist on the game.
Granny basketball is all ladies that have to be 50 or older. So as we get older, we slow down a little bit, but we still want to play sports. It's just really exciting to be able to host the teams here. You know, we not only offer the games, but we have a raffle, we have a bake sale, and we support.
The event doubles as a fundraiser for the YWCA, supporting programs that empower women and promote equity in the community. The lacrosse community coming together today, stepping out to support a cause. Walkers at Myrick Park are taking strides for the 4th annual Parkinson's Walk and Awareness event. Dozens hit the 1-mile loop, raising money and support. Proceeds from the day will stay local, helping fund exercise programs and support groups right here in La Crosse.
The main reason we're having this event is to raise awareness for people with Parkinson's in our community, and then also just create a community of support for them. And then also gain access to resources in the area. There's resource booths that serve people with Parkinson's, and it's just a good day to have a nice time in the community.
The event also features live music, food trucks, and hands-on resources, all aimed at supporting those living with Parkinson's and their families. Still to come, talks on Capitol Hill to fire FDA Commissioner Dr. Marty Makary. We'll have the latest reports of Trump's potential decision after the break.
I'm standing here at the warehouse this morning where some 30 to 40 installers depart every morning. You've been thinking about new windows. I've been thinking about new windows for over 40 years. And my promise to you is that these fine installers that leave here every morning install the finest windows available in the market today. Expert installation, always at a good value. If you're looking for new replacement windows, today would be a great day to reach out to the board store and set up a prompt free estimate.
When you need a truck to get you from the job site to the campsite, drive your story with a new Ram from Pischke Motors.
Drop by for the Declaration of Deal sales event and drive away in your new 2026 Ram 1500. Save over $10,000 off MSRP plus 2.9% APR for 72 months. You'll also get America's best factory full-size truck powertrain limited warranty. 10 years, 100,000 miles. This offer ends May 31st. Go to Pischke.com. Pischke Motors West Salem or Pischke Motors La Crosse.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we help you find value on the things you value. So when it's time to take on a project, we've got you covered with the right supplies at unbeatable prices. Like all Cub Cadet zero-turn mowers, now $300 off. New at Blaine's, these Ego battery-powered outdoor tools, only $199.99. Plus, come test drive select zero turns and lawn tractors and shop exclusive savings during our Ride and Drive event this Saturday from 9 to 2. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Being original.
President Trump told a reporter today that he expects to hear very soon from the Iranians in regard to the latest U.S. peace plan. CBS News correspondent Aaron Navarro has the latest from the White House.
U.S. Central Command says the naval blockade against Iran continues to be fully enforced. As of Saturday, CENTCOM said U.S. forces have redirected 58 commercial vessels and disabled 4 to keep the ships from entering or leaving Iran's ports. Iran has mostly blocked the Strait of Hormuz, a critical shipping lane for global energy, since the U.S. and Israel launched the war in late February.
When the war is over, gas will fall down at levels that you've never seen before. You'll be down to where you were, maybe even lower.
President Trump is awaiting Iran's response to a U.S. proposal to move towards ending the war. He insists the ceasefire is holding, while repeating threats for full-scale bombing if Iran does not accept the latest offer.
If there's no ceasefire, you're not going to have to know. You're just going to have to look at one big glow coming out of Iran. And they better sign their agreement fast.
Meanwhile, Bahrain said it arrested dozens of people suspected of having links to Iran's Revolutionary Guard. On social media, a high-ranking Iranian national security official warned Bahrain, writing, quote, "Siding with a U.S.-backed resolution will bring severe consequences. The Strait of Hormuz is a vital lifeline. Do not risk closing it on yourselves forever." Aaron Navarro, CBS News, the White House.
Bahrain is a key U.S. ally in the Persian Gulf, and it hosts the U.S. Navy's regional headquarters. Well, there's talk on Capitol Hill that President Donald Trump might fire the U.S. Food and Drug Administration commissioner. According to a senior administration official and sources, Trump has signed off on a plan to fire Dr. Marty Makary over his management of the health agency. Officials note the president's plan isn't finalized and he could change his mind. Yesterday, Trump claimed he did not know the reported plan. It has officially been 1 year for Pope Leo as leader of the world's Catholics. Leo made history as the first American elevated to the papacy. The pontiff's Chicago hometown held a special mass to celebrate the milestone and reflect on Leo's first year as the head of the Catholic Church.
Pope Leo may be a Chicagoan by birth, but he is truly a pastor to the world through the Holy Spirit.
Leo marked the occasion by touring Pompeii in his Pope-mobile as he blessed children in the crowd. His first year as pontiff wasn't without controversy. President Trump lashed out on Leo for criticizing the war with Iran. Wildfire season could mean an extra smoky summer this year. We'll have the predicted forecast coming up after the break.
Cold air is on the way for another frost kicking in for tomorrow morning. More about that when I come back with your weather.
Support local businesses by shopping at the Gourmet Candy Outlet in Jackson Plaza. Make every celebration deliciously unforgettable with fresh roasted nuts, fudge, and European chocolates. Or create your own gift box of assorted confections. Shop local, shop Jackson Plaza.
Mother's Day is almost here, and it's time to visit Jolivet Family Farms. 8 greenhouses full of a wide variety of flowers, vegetables, and plants, all grown for this climate. Jolivet's features one of the area's largest selections of hanging baskets, herbs of all kinds, horseradish, and sweet potato plants. Take home a strawberry rhubarb pie, rhubarb crisp, or try the new peanut butter pie from our homemade bakery. All this and so much more. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
Step into a world of creativity and charm at Sweet Valley Artisans, your haven for unique and beautiful items. Discover one-of-a-kind treasures crafted by skilled local artists and small businesses. Each piece tells a story, waiting to become a part of your home. Grab a cup of coffee and stroll through the aisles to discover pieces from art to clothing. Find an item you didn't even know you wanted. Sweet Valley Artisans, your destination for unique finds.
Teacher. I think it's important that students here in Wisconsin become proficient and ideally strong in math.
We need to keep teachers like you here. That's what motivated UW-Madison's Wisconsin Teacher Pledge program.
By covering the cost of tuition, the Teacher Pledge enables us to teach in areas and subjects where we're needed the most.
We're working to fill these gaps, and those who benefit are the youth of Wisconsin.
When we stay in Wisconsin to teach, that's a win for everyone.
One Wisconsin, on Wisconsin.
You've worked hard to build your business. Your systems, your customer data, your financial records. They're the backbone of your success. But without proper cybersecurity, they're vulnerable. 3RT Networks provides reliable protection, 24/7 monitoring, and customized security solutions designed for businesses just like yours. Because downtime isn't just inconvenient, it's expensive. Protect what you've built. 3RT Networks, your local partner for safer IT.
Support local businesses by shopping at the Gourmet Candy Outlet in Jackson Plaza. Make every celebration deliciously unforgettable with fresh roasted nuts, fudge, and European chocolates. Or create your own gift box of assorted confections. Shop local, shop Jackson Plaza. Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
During their 10-day trip around the moon, the crew of Artemis 2 snapped images of the Earth, moon, stars, and solar system in dazzling clarity. And now NASA has posted more than 12,000 of the incredible star-laden snapshots for everyone to enjoy. The full gallery can be found on the Gateway to Astronaut Photography of Earth website. We'll get ready for another summer of smoky skies. That's the forecast from the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency. Experts say they're expecting about 2 weeks of wildfire smoke and several days of unhealthy ozone levels.
So we had trees that are burnt, that were blown down in a high windstorm, that are now being stressed by drought, and that is something that we're keeping careful attention to.
The agency says to expect conditions similar to what we dealt with in 2024. They say it's more important than ever to plan ahead and stay air aware. Well, now we'll turn it over to our local forecast with News 8 meteorologist Art Jarrett.
All right, stay air aware. I like that. If we get right into how this all shapes up for your day, we're going to be getting into this, though. Slowly but surely, we're going to see a little bit of chill kicking into your forecast, holding on how this all shapes up. You'll see a little light moisture trying to get up by Rusk County as well. We'll keep an eye on that. But as we roll into how this all shapes up, you've got the frost rays coming in. I should say just a frost advisory kicking in, mostly up along I-94, as you can see there, and it continues to go farther north all the way up to Rice Lake and Rusk County. We'll also find ourselves getting into this, though, as we roll into it, patchy frost, not only for Sunday, we may see it come back again all the way into areas right by Monday as well for a little bit of frost coming our way once again. Then we take it into account for your forecast for tonight. Temperatures will start to fall. We're seeing middle 30s up to the north. And then once you get down to the south, a little bit better. 39 degrees or so for La Crosse. You'll see down to the south by areas by Prairie du Chien, 38 degrees. So that's why we're not in a frost advisory for tomorrow morning. Although we will see some breezy and gusty winds kicking in. We saw some breezy winds today, some gusty winds as well for the evening hours that were up to 27 to 30 miles per hour. This will all change. These winds are up to 15 or so to 16 miles per hour. The gusts themselves will get back to 30 miles per hour or so for Viroqua, 27 for La Crosse, 26 for Eau Claire. And you'll see that continue on as you go right into it. Lafarge will hit 30 and then drop back down a little bit as you go right into the 4 o'clock hour. Then we get into this rainfall potential right from Rice Lake all the way to Rusk County, back again over into Eau Claire. The possibility of that continuing on down to the south, working towards Black River Falls. It is light, by the way, and of course we'll see the possibility of this continue on all the way outside of the region gradually as it finishes out once it gets out of Clark County, and then holding on to how this all shapes up. We'll see as we get into Sunday at 12:30. You're going to see as you're going into your afternoon, you're going to be seeing a little bit of clouds breaking away. You'll see some extra sunshine going into the 4 o'clock hour, even though the winds are still going to be breezy until about 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Then we'll get into this clearing skies once again as you go into the evening hours. Winds will switch out of the north. Eventually they're going to go all the way coming in from the northeast, and then more clouds come back again. We'll see the possibility of more moisture on the way. We'll get into temperatures in the 60s, pretty much in the low 60s in the forecast. Leaning into how this all shapes up, you'll see similar conditions for areas right by Prairie du Chien, 62 degrees, 59 for areas by Viroqua, getting right back to areas right by La Crosse as well, 62 degrees, 57 in Osseo, and of course we'll see some clearing skies as well. We'll get back into it for Eau Claire, 59 degrees and 53 up in Ladysmith. And as we get into how this all shapes up, we'll go right back into your Tuesday. We'll call it Wednesday, I should say Monday morning or overnight going into your Tuesday. You'll see that continue on with widespread rainfall kicking back into the forecast here. We're looking at about a 60% chance to near 70% chance of that moisture continuing on all across Thursday. Now, this is a broader brush than what you would normally see, what I would show you in the graphics that I just showed you before. So this is giving you just a bigger look of what's happening. You'll also see as we finish out going all the way through Wednesday, you're going to be seeing clearing conditions come back again. How about this, though? We'll get into your forecast as we go right into Sunday. You've got Mother's Day kicking in for Mom. You're going to have some sunshine, a little bit of breeze on there for you. My mom would have worn a hat, so she would have to hold on to her hat to get that to stay upon her lid there. Getting right back on how this all shapes up for your next day, getting into your Monday, Tuesday. Temperatures have a brief round of ups and downs. We'll see some 60s, some 70s, then back to the 60s on your Wednesday, and then 70s come back again despite the rainfall potential Thursday and Friday. Maybe a little storm overnight going from Thursday into Friday well up to the north. Eventually more showers coming back again on Sunday of next week.
Okay, so keep the spring jacket handy for tomorrow, but 80s are on the way. I like it.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right, thanks, Art. Well, coming up next in sports, UWL going for a conference tournament title. Plus, the Brewers looking for a series win over the New York Yankees. Kate has the highlights after the break.
It's an easy puzzle to solve. The one app your phone can't live without. Bringing you local news, sports, streaming video, and a lot more. The News 8 Now app. Get it today. Oh, and good job on the puzzle.
River City Grill in Winona is your place for great food and drinks every night of the week. It wouldn't be Friday without fish. Get yours with chips for $15.99 or with shrimp for $19.99. And end your week with $4 rail mixers. See you soon at River City Grill in Winona.
What home improvement delivers the highest return on investment? A new garage door. And the perfect door is a genuine overhead door, made to last right here in the USA for over 100 years. Overhead Door has been the leader in exceptional design and quality materials installed by trained, experienced professionals. Find your perfect door. Visit our showroom or go online to choose from an endless array of styles, colors, and accents. From our family to yours, Overhead Door Company of the Seven Rivers region.
Bobby, are you there? I heard all this noise and then I was thinking you dropped the connection. But I'm a little worried. Honey, are you all right? Bobby, I hear sirens. Bobby, what's going on? Please answer me. Oh God, Bobby, no.
We hear it all the time. A company gives a homeowner a quote for replacement windows. When the homeowner hesitates, they drop the price by almost 50% if they sign today. Makes you wonder why they didn't offer that price to begin with.
They called us for a second opinion. Our price, over $5,000 less, without the sales games and for better windows.
At Clear Choice, we believe in honest pricing, no pressure, and quality you can trust.
Don't get pressured into a bad deal. Call us today.
Choose Clear Choice or something less.
Okay, let's see. Headlines from News 8 Now? Check. Live updates all day? Check. Local breaking news? Yep. Weather every 10 minutes? Yes, please. Well, that was an easy choice. News 8 Plus. It puts the now in your day. Get it today.
River City Grill in Winona is your place for great food and drinks every night of the week. It wouldn't be Friday without fish. Get yours with chips for $15.99 or with shrimp for $19.99. And end your week with $4 rail mixers. See you soon at River City Grill in Winona.
Okay, let's see. Headlines from News 8 Now? Check. Live updates all day? Check. Local breaking news? Yep. Weather every 10 minutes? Yes, please. Well, that was an easy choice. News 8 Plus. It puts the now in your day. Get it today.
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports.
A big day for UWL baseball, a chance to win the WIAC baseball tournament and clinch an automatic bid into the NCAA tournament. Now, the Eagles dropped game 1 earlier in the day against Whitewater, which set up a winner-take-all championship later in the afternoon. So let's go to Whitewater. Eagles threatening in the first. Chris Calico on third and Charles Rowley going to send this ball down the line and right. It drops at the track. Calico scores and Rowley is in with an RBI triple. He would later score, but it was a back and forth game. Now tied at 5 in the 5th, and with a runner on, Wyatt Jensen is going to give the Warhawks the lead. They would eventually take an 11-6 lead. And then on the 9th, UWL trying to make a comeback with 2 men on. Sam Vineyard gets all of this baseball over the wall and right for a 3-run blast. Eagles within 2. A few batters later, tying run at the plate. but it's a strikeout to end it as Whitewater gets the win 11-9, and they are your WIAC champions. We've also got a big series in Major League Baseball. The Milwaukee Brewers hosting the New York Yankees for 3 games. Now, Milwaukee got a big win last night over New York. Game 2 earlier, Kyle Harrison on the mound for the Brew Crew as he was looking to continue his hot start to the year. But he's got a tough task tonight going up against a dangerous Yankees lineup, and it wouldn't take long for them to strike. First batter of the game, Harrison throwing the high heat, but Paul Goldschmidt read it perfectly. The leadoff home run puts New York up 1. Then in the 4th, bases loaded for the Yanks, and it's Goldschmidt again. A laser down the third base line. Rengifo can't field it. It's 2-0 Yankees, but the Brewers would wake up, and on the first pitch of the 7th inning, Jake Bauers goes deep over the wall in right. Milwaukee cuts the deficit in half. Then in the 8th, man on second for Contreras, and he's going to get one through into left field. Terrain grounding third, the throw home, not in time. This game is tied. We're going to extra innings. Yankees would score one in the top half, but with runners at the corners, Jackson Chourio gets the RBI infield single. We're all square at 3. Then a few batters later, bases loaded for Contreras, and he's going to pop it up to right field. Judge has a cannon, but this throw is not on target as the Brewers walk it off 4-3 the final. They'll go for the sweep tomorrow afternoon. The Twins game was delayed due to some rain, and it went a little long as well. Game currently in extra innings with a 1-1 tie, just a combined 3 hits between the two teams. A big one on the ice, the Minnesota Wild finally at home after falling behind in the series 2-0. The Avalanche have scored 14 goals in the first 2 games of the series, so if the Wild want a chance to come back, they need to find a way to slow them down, and they're doing just that. Minnesota rolling in this one, currently 4-1 in the 3rd period. And it was a thriller of a game last night as the Timberwolves fell at home in Game 3 against the Spurs, 115-108. Minnesota had a chance late, but every time they scored, the Spurs were right there to answer. Anthony Edwards finished with 32 points, played a team-high 41 minutes overall, but the Timberwolves did not shoot well at all, just 38 for 99 from the field. So the good news is there's plenty of room for improvement in Game 4.
I went in the locker room and told the guys, like, we had a bunch of great looks. I feel like we had a bunch of great looks, and if we make our shots, we win this game.
Defensive game plan mistakes hurt us, we missed some open shots for sure, and then we just fouled a little bit too much, so just gave them enough of the breathing room that they needed.
So that brings us to a very important game for tomorrow. Minnesota on the verge of falling behind 3-1 in the series, but a win would even things up at 2. Tip-off set for 6:30 on NBC. The NBA Draft Lottery also tomorrow afternoon, so we will find out if the Bucks can get a little lucky and get a big draft pick. That's all for sports. We'll be right back.
Better hearing is a better life.
Hey, Dominic here to tell you that we have rubs. We have a chicken and pork rub, we have a sweet chicken and pork rub, and we have a beef rub. Our rubs cover everything from chicken wings to complex briskets. For some amazing pulled pork, take a pork butt, go with mustard, season with the sweet chicken and pork rub, smoke at 225 degrees to an internal temp of 200 degrees. Let it rest and pull it apart. It's gonna take a while, so make a Bloody Mary using Please Name Bloody Mary mix. I don't think a day could get much better.
One of the things I've said for years is we do things right and we do the right thing. From the very beginning, when we offered bathrooms, one of the biggest concerns for homeowners is just safety. Can you get in and out of the bathtub? If that's a problem for you, the Board Store has the products and the installers to make your bathroom safe as well as attractive and easy to care for. Call today for a prompt free estimate.
People think of music when they come here, and it's been a hub for a lot of teachers and students for generations. I primarily repair the orchestral instruments within the school districts. Also do a lot of guitar repair and other miscellaneous stringed items. I thoroughly enjoy working on these instruments because they have been in families for years and years. Having the ability to work on something like that and to keep that to pass on to other generations means everything to me.
Light Hold Music. You know that feeling when you finally sit down and go, yeah, this is it. That's Lazy Boy. And at King Furniture, we've got one of the largest selections in the Coulee region. So go ahead, kick back, lean back, and feel the difference for yourself. Plus, trade in your old living room furniture for a discount on new. And we'll deliver it and haul the old stuff away for free. Comfort, selection, and service that actually feels good. That's King Furniture.
Better hearing is a better life.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
Well, what started as a typical school parking lot turned into something you would expect to see out at a pasture. Overnight, a group of high school seniors transformed their parking lot into a full-on cattle corral, complete with panels, a calving shed, and of course, cattle. The students even built the shed themselves and plan to auction it. They also had the principal's full blessing. He decided to let seniors do a prank as long as he approved it first.
It's a fun thing to look forward to because like right now there's a lot of stress out students and teachers, and sometimes we just need that whimsy to realize, hey, yeah, things will be okay.
Now, of course, the seniors will still have to clean up the mess. Well, that sure looks like a clever prank. Now, Art, we'll have a final look at your weather when we come back.
Chief Meteorologist Greg Barnhart. Ken Kozarowski on News 8 Now. News 8 Now and Trust Point proudly honored the top graduating seniors from La Crosse area schools at the Honor Student Banquet. These students are outstanding examples of academic excellence, and we're proud of them and their schools. Congratulations to these and all graduating seniors.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we help you find value on the things you value. So when it's time to take on a project, we've got you covered with the right supplies at unbeatable prices. Like all Cub Cadet lawn tractors, now $100 off. New at Blaine's, save $500 on Ego battery-powered zero-turn mowers. Plus, come test drive select zero-turns and lawn tractors and shop exclusive savings during our Ride and Drive event this Saturday from 9 to 2. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
Welcome to Hotel 44 North, where history, nature, and hospitality meet. Nestled in the heart of downtown Winona, our boutique retreat features 76 elegant rooms, including 24 spacious suites with kitchenettes, perfect for weekend getaways or extended stays. Step outside to river views, blufftop scenery, downtown shops, and scenic trails. Inside, enjoy luxury rooms, a pool, and sauna, all backed by our best rate guarantee. Unwind in our cozy lobby or sift craft cocktails at Latitude Bar and Lounge. Hotel 44 North, your place in Winona.
Wow, Forest Berry Fudge is amazing. This is melting in my mouth.
Dill pickle? Whoa, that's actually good.
Holy fudge. This is the best thing ever.
Expressions brought to you by Valley Fudge and Candy.
Pop in to Valley Fudge and Candy.
News 8 Now and Trust Point proudly honored the top graduating seniors from La Crosse area schools at the Honor Student Banquet. These students are outstanding examples of academic excellence, and we're proud of them and their schools. Congratulations to these and all graduating seniors.
Broken bones, broken spirit, trauma shows up in lots of ways.
but your team could use your help.
Find them before anyone else gets hurt. I will always have your back. That's family.
Saturday night on News 8.
Sunny, breezy, and cooler for tomorrow. Looking at temperatures in the 50s, the 60s, and eventually we'll get some extra sunshine to finish your day. We'll also see cooler conditions leading into Monday as well. Showers possibly for Tuesday, and then warming it up from the 70s and the 80s to finish out the work week and into the weekend of next week.
Great day for Mother's Day. Be sure to call your moms out there. Let them know how much you love them. I'll certainly be doing that.
Absolutely. I will too. And hopefully they'll enjoy the sunshine. Well, thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.